What up, y'all? This is a video about everything that's pretty much going on with this Fat Joe stuff and the black community, and the Puerto Rican community. Well, I say Latino community because it's Dominicans getting involved in this now. They got this kid, they got a channel, he be having a Dominican flag wrapped around his face so you can't really see what he look like. But it's about the information anyway, who cares? But sheesh, there's something crazy going on down here, yo. Damn. You can see all the police and shit. I don't know what the hell happened down there. But not my problem. Now he's talking about how black people will never accept Puerto Ricans as being fully black, and this, that, and the third. That's how you could tell somebody's uneducated, yo. Like, first of all we ever did was accept you. You live in Washington Heights, bro. Who you think was living up there before Dominicans came? And then y'all came to the point that outnumbered everybody else. How do you think y'all got to these neighborhoods? Who do you think accepted you there? And of course we're not going to accept all of y'all as fully black, because when you talking about a motherfucker like Fat Joe, and we done let him get away with this shit for so long, saying nigga, all of this shit. See that? So I guess that wasn't enough acceptance, huh? He's not black. He's clearly a white Puerto Rican. If he let his hair grow out, he always had a short fucking haircut, right? I wonder what his hair looked like if he let it grow out. What you think? I bet it's straight. He got green eyes. Now I got green eyes. But by everything else, these lips, all that shit, you could tell I'm a Negro. But Fat Joe's skin is whiter than the palm of my hand. And I'm light skinned. That's a white Puerto Rican, y'all. And we let him get away with saying nigga over and over. Do you know how many times he said nigga in that interview, y'all? 194 times. He said nigga 194 times. If you look at a 50 Cent interview, 50 Cent can't go out in public conducting himself like that, talking about all this shootouts and all of this shit. Yo, bro, you are a grandfather, bro. Don't nobody want to hear that shit from you. Fat Joe got a complex about being a bitch. Like, he don't like the fact that he ain't that nigga. Like, you not, bro. You made it by the skin of your teeth. Pun was that nigga. Pun was the nigga that was so nice. Niggas ain't give a fuck about his race. Like, it was past that. Pun had the swag, the personality, the style. Like, nigga, you was just a fat nigga that had a brother that had some money. That's why you didn't even come into the game writing your own rhymes. And we accepted that motherfucker in an era when you had to write your own rhymes. But Fat Joe, I guess the Puerto Rican nigga, he could say it. At least let him say it. He look good while he's saying it, so fuck it, we gonna accept him. What the fuck? What more do you need for us to accept? We supposed to let you trample on our shit? They make everything into some racial shit. From the gate, we said, if we wrong, let's come to the table, talk about it. Our brother Tariq Nasheed gave one of your biggest supporters of this fucking lie, so-called Derek Cologne. He called himself Dr. Derek Cologne. I will never call him Dr. Derek Cologne. You're a lying sack of shit, and you've been caught in so many lies that even your own group don't take you serious. You had the first Puerto Rican rapper tell us this is black. Like, this is a black art. You had one of the first Puerto Rican people involved in hip-hop come on your show and tell you to your face, and that still wasn't good enough. They more educated than you in this hip-hop shit, and still, I can't agree with that. You don't like that. Only when it comes to Derek Cologne does this shit start getting so tricky you can't even follow it, because he gotta make shit sound right. He gotta try to fit shit in places that it don't belong because he's lying. He said he was gonna come up with a documentary the same way Tariq came up with one and told the truth. See, the difference is, I don't give a fuck how many documentaries you come up with. It's gonna be trash because you can't do what we did, and that's tell the truth. And I say we because I helped fund that documentary. I put money into that documentary like a lot of other black people did. It was a group thing. That's what we did. We did that to you. So y'all can't do that because your history is not gonna coincide the way it is. Hip-hop is not in y'all fucking DNA the way it is. If you start looking in your DNA musically, nothing. The dances don't match. Nothing matches. When you look at our shit, everything lines up. From hip-hop to bebop, or bebop to hip-hop rapper, everything lines up and matches. Why? Because it's in our DNA. We created this shit. Derek Cologne even said this sucker dumbass shit. He said it's not their job to prove that they weren't there, which we didn't say you weren't there. We said you didn't create shit. So it's not their job to prove it. It's our job to disprove it. We did that. Microphone check. Look at the movie. So then, when we explained to you, we had a hand in salsa though. You got on tape and lied. You lied about us having a hand in salsa. You literally tried to remove this black artist's name right out the gate, like, because it don't matter to you what the truth is. What matters to you for some reason is if our credit is taken from us and more credit is given to you guys for some reason. But the bottom line is Derek Cologne, he's another white Puerto Rican. The black Puerto Ricans go through the same type of hell that black Americans go through. It's funny how black Puerto Ricans created a lot of shit in the culture, in Puerto Rican culture. But who gets the credit for it? The white ones. See, a lot of people look at the term Puerto Rican, and just see it's just one all-encompassing for the people. Like, and I get it, it's like American. But what you gotta understand is you got black Americans, you got white Americans. You got black Puerto Ricans, you got white Puerto Ricans. Fat Joe is a white Puerto Rican from the Bronx. A white Puerto Rican from the Bronx is not more important to hip hop than a black dude from Los Angeles. It don't matter that he's from Los Angeles, because that's something else a lot of you New York Ricans is talking about. Oh, how somebody from Los Angeles gonna make a documentary about New York hip hop? Nigga, shut the fuck up. That's one. Because he's black. And we're talking about a black culture when you guys moved into black neighborhoods. Because this is something that somebody else said. And I gotta take it from him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how knowledge is passed down. But a lot of these fucking Puerto Ricans, yo, that's talking this bullshit like Fat Joe, not the real ones, because I made a video about my real brothers and sisters, my real Puerto Rican brothers and sisters, that's standing on business, telling the truth. But them suckers, get a yearbook from your grandmother or anybody in your family member from 75. Just do 75. And watch how many Puerto Ricans you don't see. Because this is what y'all don't understand. It wasn't a lot of Puerto Ricans around back then. That neighborhood, the block I was born on I was born in 1889, Cedric Avenue. The block that I was born on, that hip hop was made. You motherfuckers wasn't there like that. Because that was a black neighborhood. So now, for the high school, people who was in high school around 74, 75, I want y'all to start posting the pictures. And you're gonna see, maybe in this, it might have been 2, 3 Puerto Ricans. It wasn't a bunch of y'all like that. Y'all keep thinking about the the Bronx from right now. In 2025, or the Bronx in 2000, even the 90s, yo, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans out there. Nah, boy, we talking about 75, 70, 69, 65. Y'all wasn't there like that. So instead of arguing back and forth, which is what a lot of y'all like to do and change this narrative, go look at them yearbook pictures and watch y'all lie get exposed and broken down. So it wasn't that many of you around. Don't sit up here and lie, yo. That shit right there is what's disgusting. The fact that y'all lying. On top of the fact, you being a Puerto Rican or a Dominican, like that dude with his bullshit channel sitting up here talking about we won't accept nobody and this, that. When all we ever did was accept people into the black culture. Amadou Diallo, African. Like I said, we fought for him like he was one of our own. Y'all can't, an African cannot name a time where y'all fought for us like that, the way we fought for y'all. A Dominican cannot name a time where y'all held us down like that. Like Fat Joe said, when he had that funeral, it was black dudes surrounding his mother. When the hell y'all ever showed us that type of love? I'm waiting. I'll be waiting here all day, yo. Because it never happened. So don't sit up here and tell me nothing about acceptance, yo. They'll never accept you as one of their own. What? It was us saying, y'all black. I mean, no black. Alright, shit. Only now do we say, alright, you know what? You're not black. We're not going to give that to all of y'all. We're going to talk about the black Puerto Ricans, the official black Puerto Ricans. They black, obviously black, your phenotype. But even some of them will say, you're not black. And okay, fine, you're not black. If you want to tell yourself that lie, and that's what you got to do to sleep better at night, no problem. But don't we know that there's colorism within Puerto Rican society and Dominican society? Dominicans cannot stand Haitians. It's the same goddamn place. The same piece of land. Split down the middle. But you got Dominicans on one side, you got Haitians on the other. And Dominicans cannot stand Haitians. They treat them like dogs. So let's talk about it. We said y'all didn't create hip-hop, and we told the truth. Stop trying to change this funky ass narrative of y'all where it's getting into some racist shit. See, when you don't have an argument, that's when you try to move the goalposts. Stop trying to move the goalposts. You don't see us trying to take credit for none of y'all shit. And you damn sure don't see us trying to tell you about your culture. That is the most disrespectful shit ever, yo. That's the major reason why Derek Cologne is so disrespectful. Like, who the fuck are you to tell us about what we did historically? Stay in your lane, bro. You know what you can do? Tell us about Puerto Rican culture. And stop trying to mix that shit in like it's some one big melting pot. Like that's some bullshit that they told you in some fucking sucker ass documentary made by somebody that was not black. This shit wasn't no fucking melting pot. If it was a melting pot, why did Latin Kings get created? Shit, one of Fat Joe homies is online. You can look for that video, Pistol Pete talking about how it is in prison. Especially back then. So why would it be a melting pot on the outside, but on the inside, niggas, we fighting? Because it wasn't no melting pot on the outside. You got some Puerto Ricans that's cool. But ain't no such thing as no fucking black and brown coalition. Puerto Ricans ain't never marched with us. Puerto Ricans never fought side by side with us against the oppressor. That shit has never happened. But you leave it to these politicians, they'll tell you about some black and brown coalition. All the way to the point, that's why I ain't even look at Black Panther 2. Because they fucking jimmied a bunch of Puerto Ricans up in that shit as if black and Puerto Rican or Hispanic is synonymous. Just because that's where that people of color bullshit come from. And that's why I don't say it. Who are these people of color you talking about? Are they Asians? Indians? Latinos? Black Americans? Africans? Who these people of color? They just want to put us in one big fucking bag and jumble us together? Get the fuck out of here. That's white people shit. That y'all like to play. Because you think they play fair. Y'all about to see. These white folk don't play fair, bro. Or we told y'all that. Same way the Asians. The Asians. Y'all got shitted on just recently when it came to this college stuff. And we told you why you wasn't getting into college. That shit all over the internet, yo. But you wanted to blame us for affirmative action. And as soon as they get rid of affirmative action, we good. We still getting in college at the same rate. Y'all still ain't getting it. Why? Who is this? What are these magical reasons that these smart Asians can't get into college? And then they figured it out. You got Asians online talking about, oh shit, it's white people. No. Really? Is it really? Deal with that shit yourself, bro. And these Latinos is getting on the same shit. Just like Tina Torres, that's on my man Panda Shop show. That bitch gonna get up there and say, we call Puerto Ricans kikes. We don't even talk like that. We don't call y'all no fucking kikes. We called y'all Germans. That's what, and everybody from New York know I'm telling the truth. Even my Puerto Rican brothers know. Yeah. I seen Puerto Rican niggas knock niggas out for calling them Germans, yo. They ain't like that shit. But that shit came from all the shit that was going on Rikers Island. But we don't call people kikes. That's yo, the most creatively racist people on the planet are white people. White people have some of the illest, funniest names for other races of people. And it's crazy. Like, that's a white term. That's some shit that white people say. If I said some of the terms that white people have for other races, yo, my channel might get banned, bro. I might get shadow banned. But black people don't have these derogatory names for other people. That's not how we move. But Africans got a term for us. They call us Akatas and Jariers. Puerto Ricans call us Cocolos. Like Fat Joe. People have admitted now Now people have spoken about how racist Fat Joe is. And you can see it. Just like with Tina Torres. If you look on that interview with Panda Chop, and you look at that interview with Fat Joe, notice how they say it. Jennifer Lopez does it too. Black. They say it like saying black leave a bad taste in their mouth. They all black. Especially the women. Look how Tina Torres says the word black when she's speaking about us. It's like she feels we beneath her. Like I told Panda, that woman is a piece of shit. I don't care what nobody say. I know what I see. She's a piece of shit that's trying to erase our history and trying to tell us how to deal with our issues. Bitch, worry about your own issues. Don't y'all damn near got an abandoned island out here that's supposed to be American soil, but it don't get treated like it? I wonder why. Why you think they don't give a fuck about Puerto Rico? She ain't gonna say that though. She gonna get up on Panda's show and lie about a bunch of bullshit, talking about how Beyonce is attached to these British royals and all of this dumb shit. Mixing the truth with some lies. And knowing that so many of these people are so uneducated, they gonna roll with that shit. Like, they gonna roll with it. Just because some white bitch said it online. Because Puerto Ricans like, you're white, yo. You're white. To use the term black supremacist, that shit is an oxymoron. There's no such thing as a black supremacist. To be supreme means to be the one. You can't have two supremes. That shit is fucking dumb. This is not an R&B group. We're talking about supreme. There's one. White supremacy. There's no such thing as black supremacy. So tell me, what are the crimes against humanity that black supremacists have committed? Where's our systematic racism at? Like white people got. You gonna say hip hop? I know you're not gonna say hip hop. Because if Puerto Ricans created that shit 50-50 with black people, wouldn't it be the same amount of black rappers as it is white as Puerto Rican rappers? Wouldn't the Latin influence be all over hip hop? It's not. I hate to bust your bubble, but if no Puerto Ricans ever came to the Bronx, hip hop would be exactly what it is to this day without y'all. So don't for 1 second think because you're a New York Puerto Rican that you somehow hold some more importance than our brothers from the Carolinas, where hip hop actually comes from. But you motherfuckers want to put it in some Bronx shit. And see, that's the thing. We haven't been telling our own stories. So for years, they've been feeding you this bullshit story about Kool Herc and him being the father of hip hop and African Bambaataa and all. The fuck out of here. Are they the early dudes in hip hop? Yes, but they're not the first. But they wanted to pick them dudes because they all fucking immigrants. No, we not having it. This is the last time y'all gonna tell our story. I rock like this, period. If I want to know what's going on in Afghanistan, I try to find videos of people online that are in Afghanistan, and I want to hear what they say. What I won't do is listen to Fox 5. I'm not going to listen to people that aren't the people that I'm talking about, but these people got so many opinions and they magically know everything. Nah, you go to the source, go to the ground. Stop changing that narrative. Y'all losing out here. You look bad.